Those who prevented Igbos from voting in Lagos are the real enemies of democracy, according to Elder Omar Eliazu. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot, juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. Amid the ongoing public outrage that greeted the violence meted out on voters during the hotly contested governorship election in Lagos on March 18th, prominent Southeast politician and elder statesman Omar Eliazu has come out to deny the decry the ethnic profiling that the Igbos were subjected to on election day in the southwest state. Speaking during an interview with The Sun on Sunday morning, Eliazu, who is a political scientist and a prominent member of the Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, described those who prevented the Igbos from voting during the governorship election in Lagos as the real enemies of democracy. Going further, the other statesman insisted that there is no battle between Igbos and Yorubas for Lagos. The ethnic profiling that is being witnessed in the state is quite dangerous because that is how many wars in Nigeria and the world as a whole started. He said, and I quote, "Those who went out to try to prevent people to come out and vote are the real enemies of Nigerian democracy. I'm not right thinking people should condemn such acts of intimidation and thuggery." A friend of mine in church said they stopped him from voting, and he told them that he was not Igbo, still they did not let him pass. They said, "You look like an Igbo man." They asked him to speak Yoruba, but they couldn't because he is neither Igbo nor Yoruba. They still stopped him from going to vote, and that is what led to the suppression, especially the governorship election. So they had their way and selected who they wanted, but it was bad for our democracy. Ethnic profiling, which is singling out a people and attacking them or calling them names or painting them such that other people hate them too, has caused too many wars in the world. Example, are Jews in Germany, Tutsis in Rwanda, Igbo in northern Nigeria from 1966 to 1967. Ethnic profiling is dangerous. Even those who used to go to shop of an Igbo man to buy whatever he wanted now hate the shop where they used to go and buy their goods, spare parts for their cars for the refrigerators, so they burnt it down. Why? Because the man is Igbo. Let me say this, there is no battle between the Yoruba and the Igbo in Lagos. There was no Igbo man on the ballot on March 18th. This one sweets me as more people they come out to condemn, even though I am going to ask, why do we have to wait till something similar now happens to you, and then you come outside and you are like, this won't happen. That is what I'm saying. Or I always say, if you do not condemn evil because it did not concern you, when it touched you, you don't have the right to come outside to complain. I am telling you, if you do not condemn evil, let's say for instance, a child in a community was molested. You have a daughter, you have a son, and they were looking for the molester. And even you, having a child, having a daughter, having a son, you still were like, waiting she said, carry good year and all that. If the thing turns around to happen to you, auntie, then go ask you, not be you the talk, say then say na the year one time. Yes, I'm just using this as a scenario. Rape is not in any way condoning rape. I'm just using this as a scenario. Ethnic profiling has been what was. I've said it. Ethnic profiling, even just words, spoken words. You start, coming out to abuse a particular tribe, abuse them, talk to them in a derogatory manner. Before you will say Jack Robinson, that thing have rubbed off, and the thing will now stick. And before you say Jack, that thing can escalate into a full-blown crisis or war. And then you start asking yourself after the war crisis, because one politician sat down somewhere and said, no, these people are too united. We need to break them just to get to power. I want you people to understand that these people are not your heroes. These politicians are not heroes. In fact, the real heroes here, it is we Nigerians, ourselves. It is funny how you have a relationship of 2 decades, you have a relationship of 3 decades, or 4 decades, and you allow a politician that comes from nowhere just tell you something about them, and you could not even sit down to reason properly. These are people you live with. These are people you're friends with. And then you turn against them and start behaving in a manner as if the way you change. Haba. They ingest something inside your bloodstream. That means all along there is something in between. Yes. You cannot tell me now that you have a very strong, let's say between a man and a woman in a family, you have a very strong bond with your husband, you respect him, you have peace in the family, and somebody comes and just says something, and before you know, that thing they said is causing the marriage to break. Maybe they said something about the man and the woman is maybe believing, or they said something about the woman and the man is believing. That person where they believe something they wrong upstairs. The person is not fine. That's what I'm going to say, except you don't they get your doubts before. Even though these people, they don't even want us to know what is going on. It is our leaders are pained that the southern Nigeria, I'm so sorry I have to say this, that the southern Nigerians know waiting the sup. You cannot go and brainwash them like the northern Nigeria. I am so sorry, this is not in any way disrespectful to the northern Nigerians. I know that one no be their fault. But they sweet them. Why the northern Nigeria poor? Because they no allow them see the light. They tell them that civilization is haram. Meanwhile, if you go, they're using smart homes, they're using smartphones, and then they use the latest this one. And yes, they keeping their people at a place just so that during the election they can give them the droplets of water. You know, when somebody is very thirsty, instead of you giving the person, you open tap for the person, so you drink as you like. You come outside, you carry your hand, you go deep inside water, you give the person one drop for tongue, say making they go. That is wickedness. The day, like I will always say, that northern Nigeria will come out and they are going to be as wise as the southern Nigeria. As in, nothing is holding them from knowledge again. Sincerely, that is the day. Say our politicians, oh my God, the ones where don't they brainwash them, then go cry hadain on that day. And nobody go put mouth, go send it to the FNUC. They are going to deal with them because it is too painful. They play the ethnic card or the religious card or the ethnic card anytime they see that, oh, these people don't they did together. Do not allow them to come between us. Now we this thing they affect. This Nigeria, if the policy is no good, now we the masses. They are going to remove subsidy very soon. You don't go affect them. Why? They have money. They're stealing money to pay for it. So there is affecting one. Have you heard the latest? 2 certain members that are contesting for Senate President and House of Representatives are willing to pay between $500,000 to $1 million just for each person. They won't pay as much. That means if it is 10 people to vote for them, they'll pay those people $500,000 to $1 million, $500,000 to $1 million just to get to that seat. And you ask yourself, when they get there, what are they going to do? Nigerians. Eji Emasumo. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.